Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an M56 Scorpion. It's a Tier 7 American tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Halluf, and it's under the command of TalonNail. Well, he's gun dropped, which indicates he probably hasn't loaded into the game yet, and he's actually in platoon with Crixman in the EBR Hotchkiss, as you can see there. They're both from the same clan, actually, God. Don't know the clan, but, well, doesn't really matter. 90mm gun. It's supposed to be an airborne assault support vehicle. You might say a self-propelled gun, but it's not artillery. It's actually a tank destroyer. Incredibly light because it's got no armour whatsoever, but it does have that 90mm gun, which is capable of doing 240 alpha if it hits an enemy tank. So very, very powerful, but if it gets hit by any of the enemy, it can get severely damaged. Now, you can't see those guys at the moment because they're over at that little hill over on the north end. And he's waiting for some of the enemy to cross the valley, but nobody's spotting them yet. Yeah, he might need to move to another rock if he's going to get shots on those guys, but they are at extreme range. Ah, now Cromwell decided to come across the valley. He hits the tracks of the guy. Reload time is 6 seconds, which is about comparable for a 90mm. The next shot goes in, hits the turret, but the Cromwell is looking in his direction, but he's actually firing blind because I don't think that he was actually seen. Type 64 joined him. He takes a round as well, 246, so that's a high roll. He'll get another round in if that guy's tracked. He does. And 210. I think he hit the engine, and that's why the guy was stationary. Got an AMD 178B. He fires and hits the building. Crixman's down there. That's why he's getting all the spotting. Crixman takes the kill. In fact, actually, it was Crixman who got the kill on the Type 64, not the AMD 178B. Okay, he's decided to change position. Now he might have shots on the far side of the valley on that Type 62. He's looking over the other side because there's a Nashorn somewhere over there. He's firing blind to see if he can get shots on these guys. But oh no, he can't get a shot on the Type 62, so he's leaving that for the moment. He's having a look, but no, he's got no shot there. Looking back, you can see Crixman's moving up on the enemy. He's getting close to that Nashorn. And I think that, yes, he's realised he needs to move closer if he's going to get shots on those guys, simply because they're outside render range. And the Hellcat's been found. Oh, he pulls back into cover, and Crixman's taken some damage. And from the looks of the shell, it wasn't the Hellcat who did the damage either. He's found a Nashorn. He's blind firing at the Nashorn where he thinks he is, in that bush. Outside render range, so he can't see it. It was the E25 who hit Crixman. Yeah, and he's still hitting him. Yeah, all those shots, 75mm shots from the E25. Crixman's decided to hide behind that corner, but the Hellcat's nearby, remember. He's looking down at him. There's the Type 62. Oh, just missed him. And Crixman's gone, I'm afraid. The Type 62 got him. Yes! Nice bit of revenge there. Takes out the Type 62 for Crixman. Always nice when you can do that for a platoon mate. Take out the enemy who took him out. Bit of satisfaction from doing that. Now, we know that the E25's up on the hill, but we just don't know where now. The Hellcat was behind that corner there, and that's within render range. Very open position, but there was nobody in the centre other than the Hellcat who could actually spot where TalonNail was, so that's why he was able to get the shots he was. And there's an M44 who's a very brave man, or very silly man, whichever way you want to take it, because he's out in the open on the valley side of the hill, which means he's very vulnerable to enemy fire. Not something I would do if I was in an M44, even if I wanted to kill enemy tanks in the valley. Well, we just lost our IKV-90B to their CS-44. and from the looks of things, the enemy's one in the northwest corner of the map, and so TalonNail's decided to take a defensive posture and try and hit the enemies as they come in towards the cap. And to do that, he's going to go up here on top of the hill. Meanwhile, the M44 has taken another defensive position over on the east, and he's going to use this bush. That GW Panther is in a very dangerous place. He doesn't realise how dangerous it is just yet. The KV2 dies. T-3485M got him. Let's hope that that T-3485M is able to spot for us. The Crusader on our team has actually gone in very deep, and he's now being attacked by the E-25, and he's been pushed down the cliff edge, but he survived. Oh, until he hit the bottom, and then the E-25 got him. Okay, another enemy's turned up, CS, and oh, took out the T-3485, but TalonNail gets a revenge shot with a high roll, 255, makes him a one shot. There's an IS coming in, and this is where the 90mm round comes in very useful. He makes that guy a one shot, and that IS is not happy. He turns and goes into cover quickly. The Hellcat's coming up. Here he comes. Lovely shot. Kills him outright with one shot. He spotted another enemy, an FB304, who's coming directly towards the GW, thinking with murder on his intent, on his mind. Get a clear shot, nicely, and he got a fire. Went in right for the front, but he was spotted, so he has to pull back. We lost the GW, taken out by the CS44. But now there's 5 enemies versus 2 on TalonNail's team. And he's got the AMX-13F3 for company. They're both up here, so... Well, it's up to TalonNail to do the spotting, and it's up for the AMX-13F3 to try and nail some of these guys. Oh, CS44, nice one. That was one of their good players. We've got the E25 over there. Come on, let's see. AMX, it's your job to do some damage to him when he pops over. Locks on. Fires a shot, but wasn't fully on target, so AMX-13F3 should pull back at this point. He's actually a little too far forward. That's it. Go up against the edge of the map. He's right up against the edge now. And TalonNail's trying to use the bushes to good effect. Locks on. Nice shot. And he was seen, though, by the IS. He's come around the corner. Now, can he get a shot on this guy? Yes. No, it doesn't pen. But he can kill that guy. I think he pulled back behind the corner more than out of vendor range. He's still there. He's still there. He's still there. There he is. He's poking the corner. Oh, nicely done by the AMX-13F3. Covers our corner. Covers our flanks. And that was good. The enemy Arty is still trying to get involved. TalonNail flips up over the other side. He's looking for the E25. He's been spotted. The E25 is somewhere around. And remember, he's got no armour. And that E25 has got a wicked 75mm gun with a very fast reload. So somebody saw him. The E25 must be somewhere around here. And I think the E25 is using his teammate in the Arty to get shots. Well, he's not in those bushes. And he's been seen again. It's the Nashorn this time. And he takes the Nashorn out with one shot. The E25 was cheeky. He was so low on hit points that he was hiding up there. And now it's up to the AMX-13F3 to get a round in. See if he can take the E25 out. If he can, it will help us. Quick, we can know that TalonNail's on a top gun if he can get this guy. But there is still an enemy Arty to kill. The AMX-13F3 moved position. He's gone into the village. You can do it, TalonNail. Get it. You've got enough hit points to take a shot and still kill this guy. Obviously, he's been spotted again. Quickly takes avoiding action. Looks like the E25 reverse back round. Double round. Where's he gone? Did he try to outsmart TalonNail and get to the AMX-13F3? Where did he go? He doesn't want to leave this area because he would leave the MX-13F3 very vulnerable to that E25 if he was hiding in a bush somewhere waiting for him to leave. Remember, the E25 rather, is a one-shot. He knows full well that TalonNail only needs one good round on the guy and he's out the game. And the very fact that he's not being shot at by the enemy Arty at the moment means that he's not in sight of that E25. He's somewhere over on this side of the battlefield though. He must be. It would have taken him a while to double back round. There he is. He is on this side. And he's got him now. Oh! Shakes his gun reticule in anger. But he needs to get on that E25 as quickly as possible because he's headed towards the MX-13F3. He probably thinks that well, he must have seen TalonNail when he was spotted. I wouldn't chase him up this hill though. I'd go the other way round. We heard the round from the GW Panther, the enemy Arty, coming in after him. And the MX-13F3 is taking damage from the enemy Arty. So obviously he's been spotted by the GW as well. But he didn't take any rounds from the E25. Where is he going? No Sixth Sense gone off yet. He's still around this area. Oh! The MX-13F3 just took a round from the E25. I know that because he suddenly dropped by 110 hit points, which means that the E25 has sight of him. And well, the MX-13F3 is making his way down into the valley. Out of sight of the E25. Now he can either go down there and hide behind the corner and wait for the E25 to come up, or he can go up the other side. Of course, that's going to leave him vulnerable if the E25 goes down to that corner and tries to shoot at him as he goes up the slope. In fact, actually, he's hiding on the water edge. He's waiting in ambush just in case the E25 comes back after him. TalonNail's decided to go all defensive now and wait for the E25 to come out because they've been getting very close to cap time. And here they are. There's the E25. He knows he's been seen. His Sixth Sense went off. But he's dead now. And now it's just the GW Panther. And he knows where the GW can see him. He fires around and gets one straight through the gun shield, which is a direct hit and in the hitbox. Now all he needs to do is drive over there and kill the GW. And I'm sure the MX-13F3 is lining up a shot right now just in case. So he's got to bulldoze his way through all the village. But he's got a certain kill ahead of him. If he can avoid the shotgun. There he is. Go for it. Wins the game. Pascucci's medal. And of course he's got that top gun. Just one short of getting a Radley's. He got the top gun when he killed the E25. So good result for TalonNail. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for TalonNail in the M56 Scorpion. He managed to get an arsonist. He set light on one of the enemy tanks who burned to death. Not sure which one that was actually. We'll have to look through the list to see which one says it's destroyed by fire, because that will be the one that he set light to. I'm looking through them. That's it. That's the one. It was the FV304. Yes, he hit the engine and the engine burned up and he blew up because of it. He got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. A Pascucci's medal because he killed 2 enemy Arty in this game, and he also managed to get a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. And his win rate from the battle was 7,204, which is super unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score. Well, it did get the highest damage in the game. Look at that, 2,758 hit points of damage. The next high scorer being the T29 with 2,442 hit points of damage. And the next high score after that being the CS44, who was quite a dangerous opponent, that one. 2,330 hit points of damage to him. When it came to kills, nobody could beat TalonNail. 7 kills, just one short of getting half of the enemy team. 5 kills went to the CS44. I did say that guy was dangerous, yes. And 2 kills each went to the MX13F3 on his team, the GW Panther and the E25. Again, that was a very dangerous player because he knew how to hide in his E25. When it came to base XP, it was TalonNail with 1,303, easily the only player to get over 1,000 base. 962 went to the T69, 667 to the M44, and the AMX13F3 got 551. The M44, by the way, got a Confederate on his game. TalonNail fired 29 rounds in that game, got 16 direct hits and 15 penetrations, damage of 2,758 hit points, of which 911 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits, both were penetrations. I'm afraid the armor on the M56 Scorpion is very, very light indeed. In fact, it barely even stops small arms fire, so it's a very vulnerable tank. 1 hit received by way of splash damage as well from the enemy Arty. 4 enemy vehicles spotted, 10 enemy vehicles damaged, 7 killed, and 350 hit points of damage assistance. On a free-to-play account, he earned 50,518 credits, and of repair, ammunition, respawn, and consumables, he actually took away 16,192 credits. He received 1,303 base XP, 6,515 for completing the mission and events, and 174 for being in a premium vehicle, took away 7,992 experience points altogether. So a very good game, and I'm sure Crixman, who did fairly well, I'm afraid he actually got 386 hit points of damage, only 386, did get 1 kill and 516 base, but yes, he got killed fairly on in the game, but TalonNail carried the team and won for everyone, so very well played in the end. Actually going defensive actually forced the enemy to come to the cap and do something about it because they had so little time left, and of course it forced the Arty to come use his propel himself all the way to the cap, and as a result that actually allowed him to get both of them without any further delay, because if the GW Panther had stayed over the other side and he'd only killed the E25, he would have had to have driven over to the other side of the battlefield to find the GW, who could have in the meanwhile gone and hidden to force a draw. By going defensive the way he did, he actually allowed the enemy to come to him, and that gave him the chance to take the game. And even though this little tank destroyer has no armor, he still managed to get some great shots on the enemy and remain very cool whilst he did it. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.